Ladies and gentlemen, the Fed meeting happened, so hold on your hats. This is Dave Kruger, Montana Family Mortgage, and this is your rates to the point. Keep in mind that these are average market rates, industry-wide, according to Mortgage News Daily, Google, a couple other sources. These are not our rates. We customize our rates. This is just what's going on across the nation. Well, today is December 11th. Let's take a look back at what rates were last week with that 6.25, and really not too bad. And then 6.125 after the Fed meeting. I am super, super happy. Look at that VA and the FHA. This is great, great news. So let's talk about points of interest. So the Fed meeting did happen the last 2 days. Now remember, the last 5 times that the Feds dropped the Fed rate, mortgage rates actually moved up. Well, the Feds dropped the rate by 0.25% and rates moved down. Like literally, this is me doing a jig when I saw what the bond market was doing after the press conference. So, my 2 cents on why. Well, without getting into the weeds, it wasn't the Fed movement that the bonds liked. Remember, the last 5 times they cut and rates rose. What it was the fact that Powell didn't pour a huge glass of cold water over everyone's head with his economic outlook. He wasn't a big sourpuss like he normally is, and he was actually somewhat optimistic. It was weird. It was like someone took over his body. What that does is it opens the doors for rates to hopefully trickle down slowly. Guys, I don't mean we're getting into the threes. That will probably never happen in any of our lives again. But I'm talking about, hey, maybe it slowly goes down and we're a 0.25% better in 6 months. Something like that, right? No one really knows how fast or slow it will go, but it's not going to be anything quick if it does continue in a downward direction. But for now, I'm happy. Let's take it. Now, also, please remember the Fed rate, the cuts influence short-term rates, not mortgage rates directly. The two don't always move together. So if you or a client wants to know more about the ins and outs of the correlation of the Fed cut rate compared to the mortgage rate, please call me. I'm a total geek and I'd love to talk about that. All right, that is it. So great, great news. Remember, we're always reevaluate your partnerships, and if your partners don't provide you value, get a new partner. Dave Kruger, Montana Family Mortgage. Feel free to reach out to me, any of my awesome loan officers. We will always take care of you.